Hare Krishna, welcome everyone. So very happy to be here after 2 months, if I'm not wrong. I know you all were very happy in my absence. Okay, let's begin. So I'm very happy that today we are starting the first class of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we'll dive into Bhagavatam. Till now Bhagavad Gita series was going on. Now we'll start with Bhagavatam series. So let's begin with the auspicious prayers. So volume control. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayesha Bhadresho Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1, Text 1. So it's a very long shloka. So we'll recite. So today I'm planning to cover the summary of entire Bhagavatam, so that all of us get a hang of entire Bhagavatam, all 12 cantos. And then we'll cover some aspects of first verse. And we'll end, because anyway there'll be no time after that for anything. So with this, we can easily understand the flow of Srimad Bhagavatam. So there are 8 parts of a Bhagavatam class. All of us can try to comprehend on this, try to note it down. What's the first thing in Bhagavatam class? What is the first part of Bhagavatam class? Yeah, before that, the Jai Radha Madhav Kirtan. Jai Radha Madhav Kirtan is a very, very important section of the Bhagavatam class, because That is a meditation on Sri Vrindavan Dham. And that's how we prepare our consciousness for Srimad Bhagavatam class. Next thing after that is we offer prayers, Mangalacharan prayers. So when we offer prayers, it's not that the prayers are important only for the speaker because he's going to speak. But it's all the more important for the devotees who are hearing, because we are trying to approach Srimad Bhagavatam, which is beyond our reach. So we beg and pray to all the personalities, please help us. Hamari madad kijiye. I want to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, please help me. So that's that mode we approach all the Gurujan, Lord himself, Srimati Radharani, and so on. This is the second thing, Mangalacharan. Third is reciting of the shlokas. Prabhupada says, even if you don't understand the shloka, no problem. Just by recitation of that, the spiritual sound vibrations, when they enter the ears, that itself is going to purify us. In fact, Bhagavatam class in ISKCON started only with recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam verses. Almost for 45 minutes they'll recite verses. After that, little bit Prabhupada will speak. That's how Prabhupada's classes are only 30 minutes, 20 minutes, like that. So recitation of verses. Fourth is the class itself. So we hear the class. Okay, recitation of the verses, and fourth I can say the word-to-word meaning, translation, purport. When Prabhupada was asked, how do you write these books? Prabhupada said, Krishna dictates and I pen it down. And actually Prabhupada was very serious. Krishna is dictating, I just write it down. And therefore Prabhupada said that that's the reason every day I also read my books and I also get to learn so many things. That's the glory of Prabhupada's books. Fifth one is the class itself, where we hear the class. And it's very important to hear the class very attentively. Because Bhagavatam class is the time when naturally the mind becomes very pacified, very cool, and that's the time in the AC room, Nidra Devi also blesses all of us. One person was nicely snoring in the class. He was asked, why are you sleeping? Prabhu ji, kya kare? Itna acha hawa chal raha hai. Man bhi itna shant ho gaya. To neend aa rahi hai, main kya karu? So you should hear the class attentively. Sixth is, you have to make notes while hearing the class. So always remember, I was telling the other day, I gave a seminar on 8 parts of Srimad Bhagavatam. I'm just summarizing that in 5 minutes. So I was telling this in that seminar that even if the speaker is not very realized, he does not know anything, he's not a good, he doesn't have good speaking skills, it doesn't matter. Kuch na kuch ek point to bolega hi wo. Some point he will tell from Shastra which will hit us. So we have to pen it down. That's the 6th part of the Bhagavatam class. 7th is sharing reflections. Question and answer and sharing reflections. So many times it might happen that questions are asked, but we might not be attentive. But you never know, those questions might be the questions of our life. And when we hear that, we'll be benefited. And reflections means what was that point which struck us strongly? So sometimes the speaker himself will ask, share your reflections. If time is less, you need to complete this part. If not during the class, at least during prasadam. Anyone who's sitting besides you, oh, Mataji, kya acha laga aaj ke class mein? Mujhe to ye bada acha laga. This point was very nice. Actually, मेरे जीवन में ये हुआ है. Just few days back, this particular thing happened, and Prabhu ji ने बताया. You see, that's called reflection. Now, when the point is that has touched our heart, when we speak that, or when we hear someone else's point, since that person has been touched by that particular spiritual aspect, and since he is speaking with that intensity, we will also be able to feel that intensity. भले वो हमारे जीवन में हो या ना हो. And finally, the 8th part is application. So even if we apply one point of Srimad Bhagavatam class in our life, one point, we will be so enthusiastically waiting for the next class. Because we have been benefited, therefore we'll wait enthusiastically for the next class. So these are the 8 parts of any Srimad Bhagavatam class that you're going to attend on every Sunday at 11 o'clock. First one is the Kirtan itself, Jai Radha Madhav. Many times devotees say, क्या हो रहा है इधर? Jai Radha Madhav Kirtan, उसके बाद आता हूँ मैं. क्लास के लिए आता हूँ. अरे भाई क्लास का पार्ट है ये. So it's very important to attend. Jai Radha. Second, Mangalacharan prayer. So you have not yet offered Mangalacharan, we'll offer prayers. Third, Shloka recitation. Shloka recitation, along with that we can include a word-to-word meaning, translation and purport. Fourth, hear the class attentively, without sleeping. It's a big task, I tell you. Especially in my class, it's a very big task. Fifth, notes. Notes मतलब बुक लेके आना नहीं बनाना है नोट्स बनाना है. Sixth, question and answer. Yes, you have to ask questions. Seventh is share reflections, and eighth is application. So these are the 8 parts. I request all of you try doing this and see it works. I Bhagavatam class every day, so I try to implement all these 8, and it helps a lot, a lot. Requesting you all also. So let's do the second part, that is shloka recitation. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So little longer, so you all have to catch up with me. Janmadyasya yatonvayaditaratascharthe svabhignasvarat. Janmadyasya yatonvayaditaratascharthe svabhignasvarat. Tene brahmardayadikavaye muyanti yatsurayah. Tene brahmardayadikavaye muyanti yatsurayah. Tejo varimridam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha. Tejo varimridam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha. Dhamna svena sada nirastakuhakam satyam param dhimahi. Dhamna svena sada nirastakuhakam satyam param dhimahi. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadyasya yatonvayaditaratascharthe svabhignasvarat. Tene brahmardayadikavaye muyanti yatsurayah. Tejo varimridam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha. Dhamna svena sada nirastakuhakam satyam param dhimahi. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadyasya yatonvayaditaratascharthe svabhignasvarat. Tene brahmardayadikavaye muyanti yatsurayah. Tejo varimridam yatha vinimayo yatra trisargo mrisha. Dhamna svena sada nirastakuhakam satyam param dhimahi. So one Prabhuji and one Mataji can lead. So I'll repeat this. Prabhu, someone.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jnanस्य yatonvayantarataschaर्थस्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजोवारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्नं स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि. One Mataji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadhyasya yatonvayaditarataschaर्थस्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजोवारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्नं स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि. Please repeat word to word meaning. Om, O my Lord, Namaha, offering my obeisances. Bhagavate, onto the personality of Godhead. Vasudevaya, onto Vasudeva, the son of Vasudeva, or Lord Sri Krishna, the primeval Lord. Janma Adi, creation, sustenance and destruction. Asya, of the manifested universes. Yatha, from whom? Anvaya, directly. Itarataha, indirectly. Cha, and Artheshu, purposes. Abhigyaha, fully cognizant. Swara, fully independent. Tene, imparted. Brahma, the Vedic knowledge. Rida, consciousness of the heart. Yaha, one who. Adikavaye, onto the original created being. Muhyanti, are illusioned. Yad, about whom. Surayah, great sages and demigods. Tejaha, fire. Vari, water. Mridam, earth. Yatha, as much as. Vinimayaha, action and reaction. Yatra, whereupon. Trisargaha, three modes of creation. Creative faculties. Amrisha, almost factual. Dhamna, along with all transcendental paraphernalia. Svena, self-sufficiently. Sada, always. Nirasta, negation by absence. Kuhakam, illusion. Satyam, truth. Param, absolute. Dhimahi, I do meditate upon. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. O my Lord Sri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because He is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of the creation, sustenance and destruction of the manifested universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge onto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By him, even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion, as one is bewildered by the illusory representations of water seen in fire or land seen on water. Only because of him do the material universes, temporarily manifested by the reactions of three modes of nature, appear factual, although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Sri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode which is forever free from the illusory representations of the material world. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. So we have a long purport, so I'll summarize that towards the end. So normally in the class, the speaker will read a purport also. Srila Prabhupada's Guru Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he gave 30 days class on this one verse. And I'm supposed to speak this in 30 minutes. Hari Bo. Okay, we'll offer prayers and then now we'll try to summarize the entire Bhagavatam and then we'll come back to this verse. Since this is the first class, I thought we'll have the entire summary of Bhagavatam. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Vena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamriyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahaganam Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhamvitamscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaiva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauradvishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langayate giram yat kripatam vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. To start with, one question. So who wrote Srimad Bhagavatam? Yes, हाँ गणेश जी तो लिखे हैं, सही है. But dictate कौन किए? Vyasadeva. Yes, Veda Vyasa or Vyasadeva. So Vyasadeva wrote. In fact, Vyasadeva is that personality who wrote all the Vedic scriptures. The 18 Puranas, 108 Upanishads, Itihasas like Mahabharata, part of which is Gita, then Brahmanakas, Aranyakas and so on. So he wrote all of that. And he was not satisfied. After writing all that, he was thinking that something is missing, And at that time, Narada Muni comes. And Narad Muni, who knows everything, but still he is asking, "Oh Vyasa, what happened? After writing so many scriptures, you're so dissatisfied. What happened?" And then Vyasadeva is like, "You know everything. You have to tell me what happened. I'm not understanding what has happened. Therefore, I'm sitting like this. Can you please tell me what has happened to me, even after writing all this?" At that time, Narad Muni, he made a very important statement. He said that, "Oh Vyasadeva, you have written so many things. By the way, Bhagavatam was also written at that time. So many things you have written, but you have not repeatedly and sufficiently glorified Lord Sri Krishna. Repeatedly and sufficiently, you are not glorified Lord Sri Krishna. Therefore, you are not satisfied. Therefore, I suggest that you rewrite." So at that time, Vyasadeva, he rearranged and rewrote the entire Bhagavatam. And that's how we have Srimad Bhagavatam. When Lord Sri Krishna, he left this planet and went to Goloka Vrindavan, at that time, there was a big question. Now Lord Krishna has ascended back to Goloka Vrindavan. Who is going to take care of us? There's so much of darkness that is there. Who is going to remove this darkness? At that time, this beautiful shloka comes. Please repeat. Krishna swadhama upagate dharma jnana didhisaha kalau nashta drashamesha puranarko dhunoti daha. Very beautiful shloka. It says, Krishna swadhama upagate. So when Krishna left this material world to go back to his eternal abode, Goloka Vrindavan, at that time, dharma jnana vidhisaha, with dharma and jnana, he again appeared. And how did he appear? Purana, as Grantha he appeared. As Bhagavat Puran he appeared. And he appeared like a sun. Krishna Surya Sama Maya hai Andakar, Jahan Krishna Taha nahi Maya Adhikar. So wherever there is Krishna, who is like the sun, there cannot be darkness. Similarly, when Srimad Bhagavatam arrived onto this planet from Goloka Vrindavan, it is described, this Srimad Bhagavatam, Kalau Nashta Drishamesha, this Srimad Bhagavatam has the power to destroy all the darkness and ignorance of Kali Yuga and give the light, give the direction to attain the ultimate destination. So this Srimad Bhagavatam is not different than Krishna. Both are same personalities. So Krishna, he ascended back and again he descended as Grantha. Sometimes I feel that how much Krishna has to do, so much he has to work hard to take us back home, back to Godhead. He himself comes. Then he goes and he sends, he comes as Grantha Avatar. He comes as Nam Avatar. He comes as Archa Avatar. And then he sends his own associates, Jao mere se tu nahi ho pa raha, tum karke dekho. Then the acharyas come, one after another. So many acharyas. One after another. So many acharyas. They come. So many preachers come. फिर भी हम लोग इतने ढीठ हैं कि हमें जाना ही नहीं है भगवतम. And Lord is like, क्या करे ये लोग का? What to do? But you know what? We might get tired. We might get tired thinking of कैसे मैं भगवत धाम जा पाऊंगा इसी जन्म में. How is it possible? And lifetime after lifetime we keep doing this only. But Lord is never tired. He is never tired. He is there just besides us in the heart as super soul. And he keeps giving us instruction and inspiration from within. And he keeps directing us what next to do. He is never tired. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada says that more than you, Krishna is 10 times more eager to take you back home, back to Godhead. And sometimes people say, why Krishna has kept us here? He does not want me to go back home. No, he wants you to go back home, but you are not eager to go back home. No, Prabhuji, but I'm stuck in Maya. I said, well, I'm stuck in Maya. Maya is not leaving me. You know how is our situation? This is Maya, this is me. Maya, chod mujhe, leave me. Arey bhai, you have got Maya, you have to leave. But what to do? We always justify ourselves that I am all good. I am all good. मेरे में कोई problem नहीं है. माया का problem है, कृष्णा का problem है, भक्तों का problem है. मेरे में कोई problem नहीं है. I am ready. ले जाओ, I will come. Therefore, see how much Krishna is struggling for all of us. He comes down at Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, when Lord appears onto this planet, he has to appear through some Leela. He cannot just come and just appear. Some Leela has to happen. Either he has to come out of the pillar, or from the womb of Devaki, or from the nose of Brahman. So he has to come in some way. So Bhagavatam manifested through Vyasadeva as per the instructions given by Narada Muni. That's how this entire pastime is orchestrated just to manifest Srimad Bhagavatam. And then, before this Bhagavatam was spoken by Shukadeva Goswami, now just to orchestrate this entire Leela so that the Bhagavatam can manifest, the great King Parikshit Maharaj, who is so self-controlled, becomes thirsty, and then he puts the snake around the Shamik Rishi, and Shamik Rishi's son, Shringi, he curses Parikshit Maharaj, 7 din mein maroge. And Parikshit Maharaj, then he sits on the bank of Ganga, and there comes Shukadeva Goswami out of nowhere. Invitation nahi tha unko. Comes out of nowhere. Dekhiye, this is all drama that Lord is setting up to manifest Srimad Bhagavatam. So Shukadeva Goswami comes out of nowhere, he sits, and Parikshit Maharaj is paying obeisance. Gurudev, aap aa gaye, I'm so happy, please tell me what am I supposed to do, I'm going to die. 2 questions he asked. And those 2 questions, the first question is, in general, what a human being should do in life. Second question, what should a dying man do? Which question is valid for us, first or second? Hari Bhol. Right answer. Because we never know when we're going to die. At least he had 7 days. We don't know if we have 7 moments also. Yes. We don't know. So like this entire Leela was orchestrated where Parikshit Maharaj is sitting, Shukadeva Goswami is sitting. It's almost like stadium where all the sages are sitting around and all of them are listening. One question I always had is, without mic, how did Shukadeva Goswami speak? And how did everyone hear? They were such attentive listeners that all of them heard whatever discussion was going on between Shukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. And then later, Vyasadeva, he pens it down by the help of Lord Ganesh. Yes. So in this way, Grantha Avatar Srimad Bhagavatam manifested. One question to all of you. How many cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam? 18 books, 12 cantos. Yes. Now the question is going to become more difficult. How many verses are there in Srimad Bhagavatam? 18,000 verses. How many chapters are there in Srimad Bhagavatam? Hari bol! 335. Hari bol! So these many chapters are there. And I'll not ask how many have read how many chapters. I'll not dare to do that. Now this Srimad Bhagavatam Shastras are saying that it is not different from Krishna. How can I believe that it's not different from Krishna? Krishna has got lotus feet, he has got his wonderful form, he has got beautiful face, he has a smile. How will I understand that Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna? A very beautiful shloka. Please repeat. Padau yadiyo prathamadvitiyo. So it is said the first 2 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam are the lotus feet of Krishna. So they are the lotus feet of Krishna. Next. Tritiya Turyo Kathitao Yadoru. So 3rd and 4th cantos, they are the thighs of Krishna. So feet, and then we have thighs. Nabhistatha Panchama Eva Shashtho. Nabhi. So 5th canto is Nabhi, and 6th canto is chest. Yes. Next. Bhujantaram do yugalam tathanyo. So the 2 hands of Krishna are 7th and 8th canto. Kanthasturajan navamo yadiyo. The 9th canto is the throat. Next. Mukharavindam dashamaha prafullam. So which canto is the face? The 10th canto is the face. Ekadasho yasya lalatapattam. So 11th canto is the forehead. And finally, Shiro Pito Dvadasha Eva Bhati. So 12th canto is the head. Okay, let's quickly revise if all of you remember. Lotus feet, first and second canto. Thighs, third and fourth canto. Fifth canto, navel. Chest, okay. Then seventh and eighth canto, arms. Okay. 10th canto, but before that, ninth canto, and that is throat. And then forehead, 11th canto, and head. So all of you remember? So this is the Archa Vigraha of Bhagavatam. In this way, Srimad Bhagavatam is not different as compared to the beautiful form of Lord Sri Krishna. So there are 10 topics which are discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam. 10 important topics, and all these 10 topics are there throughout from first canto, or I should, to be more precise, from third canto till 12th canto. Please repeat. What are those 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam? Atra sargo visargascha sthanam poshanamutayah manvantareshanu katha nirodho muktirashrayah. So today's class is going to be very informative. Right. So now, what are these 10 topics? The first is Sarga. What is that? Sarga means creation by Supreme Lord. So Supreme Lord, He creates the various ingredients and He makes it available. Sarga. Next is Visarga. What is that? Visarga. Visarga means now secondary creation by Brahma. So already ingredients are there, created by Supreme Lord Krishna. Now Brahma takes all that and then he creates a secondary creation. The different bodies that we see, the different structures that we see, and so on and so forth. Visarga. Sthanam. Sthanam, yes. So sthanam means positioning of different living entities in different planetary systems. How many planetary systems we have? 14 planetary systems. So how different living entities are placed in different planets, those are discussed in this topic called sthanam. Fourth, Poshanam. So what is Poshanam? Poshanam means how the Lord protects the devotees. That is discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam. Next is Oti. What is that? Oti. Oti means Oti nahi. Oti, yes. So in Oti it is discussed about material desires, the positive and negative ones. Pious desires, impious desires. Or we can say positive inclination or negative inclination. That is Oti. Then Manuvantara. Manuvantara means the different Manus ruling different ages. Yes, Manuvantara. The reigns of Manus is what is discussed in Manuvantara. And then we have Ishanu Katha. Ishanu Katha means the pastimes of the Lord and His devotees. So many incarnations in the Bhagavatam. It's all that is given in this topic, Ishanu Katha. Next is Nirodha. Nirodha means annihilation. Annihilation or destruction. And finally, last two. Ninth is Mukti. Mukti means liberation. And Ashraya means supreme shelter, Lord Sri Krishna. So these are the 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. I'll tell the Sanskrit, you all translate that for me. Ready? बोलिए सर्ग सर्ग नहीं बोलना है ट्रांसलेट करना प्राइमरी क्रिएशन बाय द लॉर्ड विसर्ग सेकेंडरी क्रिएशन बाय sthanam positioning of living entities in different planetary system poshanam protection by the Lord whom the Lord is protecting his devotees oti material desires pious and impious. And then Manuvantara, the different Manus, the reign of Manus, yes. Ishanu Katha, pastimes of Lord and His devotees, Haribo. Nirodha, annihilation. Mukti, liberation. Ashraya, the supreme shelter of the Lord. That is Lord Sri Krishna. So now, I've never done this for the first time I'm doing. I'm going to summarize all 12 cantos. I don't know how much time it's going to take. It will take some time. And I request all of you to hear. At least Bhagavad Sapta में 7 दिन लेते हैं speakers cover करने के लिए. Now we'll cover it in the next 20 minutes or so. So in the first 2 cantos, that is compared to what of the form of the Lord? The lotus feet. Yes. So there are many key philosophical points in this. And all the different characters of Srimad Bhagavatam, they are introduced here, prominent characters. Like Shukadeva Goswami, Parikshit Maharaj, Sutta Goswami, then Narada Muni and others. All of them, they are introduced in this first 2 cantos. And in these 2 cantos, Krishna is established as Supreme Lord and Bhakti is established as the supreme process to attain the Lord. And this is the prelude. So first 2 cantos are very, very important. In fact, Prabhupada has written big purports to first 2 canto verses. Which is very, very important. All the philosophical topics are there in this. Now specifically talking about the first canto, there are 19 chapters in the first canto. And in this, there are multiple things taking place where a personality called Sutta Goswami, he is addressing the huge sages, number of sages, Naima Sharanya. And there the sages are asking 6 questions to Sutta Goswami. So they are asking the first one, what's the ultimate good for people? Can you please tell us, what's the ultimate good for people? Then they are asking, what is the essence of all scriptures? Third, they are asking, why did the Lord appear in the womb of Devaki? Can you please explain? Fourth, please describe all the Purusha avatars. Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Shirodakshay Vishnu, Purusha avatars. Fifth, please describe all the Leela avatars. We want to hear all the Leela avatars, like Lord Ram and others. And finally, the last question, which we have answered already today in the class. Whom did the religious principles take shelter of when Krishna left this planet to go to Goloka? Who? Srimad Bhagavatam. So in this way, 6 questions are asked by the sages of Naimisharanya, headed by Shaunaka Rishi to Sutta Goswami. And that's how Srimad Bhagavatam begins. And then, it's very wonderful that Sutta Goswami is describing that how Vyasadeva wrote all the scriptures, he was not satisfied, and how Narada Muni comes into picture, and how Narada Muni suggests that, oh Vyasadeva, you have not done 2 things. What are those? You have not repeatedly and sufficiently glorified Lord Sri Krishna. Chalo karke dikhao me. And that's how Bhagavatam comes into picture. And towards the end of Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, cursing of Parikshit and he going and sitting on the banks of Ganga to hear Bhagavatam is described, where Shukadeva Goswami enters. And finally, we see in first canto Srimad Bhagavatam, so many great personalities have offered prayers. Kunti Maharani is there, Bhishma Dev is there, Uttara is coming running to Krishna, Pai Mahabahu, please protect me, please protect my son Parikshit. And the various personalities of Pandavas. So this is how the first canto gets completed. Second canto, there are 10 chapters. And in second canto, very nicely, supremacy of Lord Krishna is established. Along with that, demigod worship is spoken about, Devata worship. And Ashtanga Yoga is also elaborately discussed. And in that also 2 aspects are discussed. Meditation on the Virat Root, the 14 planetary system as Virat Root, and the super soul in the heart. So this is also discussed very nicely. And now here comes a very, very important thing, where Narada is asking questions to Brahma. Are you the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And Brahma there, he starts glorifying. That section I really like, where Brahma is saying, with so much of humility, he could have said, no, yes, I am Supreme. I am Supreme. Kaun puchne wala? Yes. He could have said, I am Supreme. But with so much of humility, he says that above me there is a Supreme Lord. And then he starts glorifying the Supreme Lord. And then Brahma mentions that how the Supreme Lord gave me 4 verses. And those are the seed of Srimad Bhagavatam. And these 4 verses are called as Chatushloki of Srimad Bhagavatam. And towards the end of second canto, the 10 topics of Srimad Bhagavatam are mentioned, starting with Sarga, Visarga till the end, Ashraya. So in this way, second canto towards the end this is mentioned. So this is how second canto ends. Then comes third and fourth canto. Third and fourth canto represents thighs of Krishna. And in this, specifically, Sarga and Visarga are elaborated. There are 10 topics, no? So now we'll see how they are elaborated in different cantos. So in third and fourth canto, we have Sarga and Visarga as elaborated very nicely. And especially there are two personalities who are speaking. Question answer is going on. Vidura and Maitreya. They both are discussing these topics, and that's how we are getting these topics to know. Specifically speaking about third canto, there are 33 chapters. And now in this third canto, there are a lot of technical details mentioned. Like Kala, time, embryology, how the child develops in the womb, Sankhya Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, and spiritual world, material world, everything comes in this third canto. You all remember this pastime where 4 boys, they go to the door of Vaikuntha and Chatush Kumar, 4 Kumaras. And what happened there? Whom did they curse? Jaya Vijay. So that section also comes here, where entire Vaikuntha is described, and then 4 Kumaras are walking towards the gate, and then they're cursed. So that part is described very nicely. And then Jaya Vijay are cursed, and then they fall. And they become what? Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Bada kaun tha? Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyaksh. Okay, I'll tell you a secret here. See, so in the womb, who is the first person who gets conceived? He is the elder brother. But then in twins, what happens is the first person who comes out was the second person conceived in the womb. Yes. First in, last out. Yes. So now Hiranyakashipu was conceived first, then Hiranyaksha was conceived. But Hiranyaksha came out first onto this planet, then Hiranyakashipu came. So who is the elder brother? Samajh gaya na aap log? Secret. Yes. Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyaksha, his atrocious activities and how he was killed by Varahadev. So that is mentioned in third canto. Itna action there. It's almost like all the action scenes from here are taken to the South Indian movies. It's almost like that. And finally, Brahma is like, come on, Lord, enough. Kab tak fight karenge aap? Khatam karo abhi. At that time, Varahadev gives a tight slap. Ek kaan ke niche bajate hai usse. These are the exact words. If you want to read, you read Srimad Bhagavatam. It is given, Lord slaps him below the ear. मैं हमेशा सोचता था ये हिंदी डायलॉग आया क्या कान के नीचे बजाना. थर्ड कैंटो श्रीमद् भागवतम. So we have pastimes of Lord Varaha in this. Now, see, Brahma created so many entities because this entire universe was empty. Now he has to fill. That is his mission. So he created many personalities, and one of them is Swayambhuva Manu. Manu had got 3 daughters and 2 sons. 3 daughters were Devahuti, Akuti, and Prasuti. Don't worry, you don't remember the name. I will not revise. And 2 sons, Uttanapada and Priyavrat. Now it is so wonderful. In third canto Srimad Bhagavatam, Devahuti's description is given. You know who was the husband of Devahuti? Kardamumni. And their son was Kapil Dev. So Kapil Dev, he is speaking various wonderful aspects of Krishna consciousness in many verses to his mother Devahuti. And that Kapila Devahuti Samvad is a very, very important section in Srimad Bhagavatam third canto. So this is how third canto is described. In the fourth canto, there are 31 chapters. And in the fourth canto, there are many, many inspiring and amazing pastimes. Like for example, we have Lord Shiva going to the Yajna of Daksha Prajapati. Daksha Prajapati enters the Yajna. And everyone is sitting. Lord Shiva, Brahman, everyone is sitting. And Daksha Prajapati enters there. Everyone gets up. Only Daksha Prajapati's father, Brahma, and Lord Shiva are sitting. And for your information, Daksha Prajapati was father-in-law of Lord Shiva. Because Daksha Prajapati's daughter is Sati. Now Daksha felt very bad. He said, "Arey, ye mera jamai baitha hai. He's not getting up." Then from there he started blaspheming like anything. And that's how we see Lord Shiva and this Daksha pastime is given very wonderfully. And a lot of things are given in that. That how Sati, she quits her body, how Lord Shiva, he cuts the head of Daksha. It's an amazing action scene that is there. And then we have a very, very, very inspiring pastime of a 5-year-old boy, and his name is Dhruv Maharaj. क्या तपस्या की है हरिबोल, एक सेमेस्टर में भगवान को पा गए हो. 6 months he attained Krishna. What amazing tapasya he did. Amazing tapasya. I think जानबूझकर वो रखा है वो पास टाइम भागवतम में कि हम जैसे गधे लोग उसको पढ़ के अरे यार मेरा एज देखो, ये 5 साल का बच्चा भगवान को पा गया, हम देखो अभी तक जप नहीं कर पा रहे ठीक से. So Dhruv Maharaj's pastime is there. And after that we have pastimes of Anga, Vena and Prithu. So Prithu Maharaj is one of the incarnation of the Lord, and that is very beautifully described. And there was one person called Prachina Barhishat. He was too attached to his palace, his kids and all that. So Narada Muni goes there and he preaches. Arey nikal yahan se, ghar se nikal. Go and do tapasya. Go. And he's like, nahi nahi, abhi mere bacche tapasya karne gaye hain. And by the way, his kids' names were Prachetas. My sons have gone for tapasya. Once they come back, then I'll be. My God, Narad Muni preaches to him like anything by telling one allegorical story of Puranjan. Wonderful pastime. We will see that in the Bhagavatam classes, coming Bhagavatam classes. So, in that, after telling all that, Prachina Barishad is asking, "Abhi main kya karu?" And he heard all that. "Abhi main kya karu?" Narad Muni, "Nikal ghar se. Leave. Go and do. No, go and do exclusive bhakti and attain Krishna." So even before his sons came back, Prachetas came back, Prachina Barishat left home. And that is a success of that particular pastime. So in this way we see that these are the different pastimes and very, very instructive, very amazing. There's so many things to learn from these personalities like Daksha, Suruchi, Vena, Indra, Prachina Bari, what mistakes they did and how we shouldn't do those mistakes. And there are wonderful prayers by Dhruv Maharaj, Prithu Maharaj, Prachetas. And many times people say that Lord Shiva is that supreme because he never took birth, etc., etc. But here in this canto you will see there's an elaborate song by Lord Shiva glorifying Krishna, and that's called Rudra Geet. That also comes in 4th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. So we complete 4th canto here. Now 5th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, it represents what in the beautiful form of the Lord? It represents the navel of the Lord, yes. There are 26 chapters in 5th canto. And now Visarga topic continues. What is Visarga? The secondary creation by Brahma. So that topic continues in 5th canto. And now here, see, first son of Manu, Uttanapad, his description is given in 4th canto. And somewhat in 5th canto also. But Priyavrat, second son, his description is given more now in 5th canto. His entire dynasty is described very nicely. And in this comes the most amazing pastime, which gives goosebumps to all of us. That is 3 lives of Bharat Maharaj. Bharat Maharaj 1, Bharat deer, and Jada Bharat. So these 3 lives are discussed very elaborately. And another very important incarnation of the Lord, Rishabdev, his description comes here, Rishabdev. And obviously Agnidra, Nabhi and their descriptions also come. So the first part of 5th canto discusses more on Visarga. The later half of that discusses Sthanam. Sthanam means positioning of different living entities in different planetary system. So Vedic cosmology is discussed now. Very, very interesting. Vedic cosmology, the second half of 5th canto is Vedic cosmology. And the last chapter of 5th canto is even more interesting. Someday we should have elaborate discussion on that. You know what is that? 28 hellish planets. कौन सा कांड करने से कौन से नरक में जाएंगे? So 28 hellish planets are discussed in that. Actually, it's very scary. Very scary. I would suggest all of you read at night before sleeping. इसलिए कह रहा हूँ. Sixth canto, there are 19 chapters. Sixth canto represents the chest of the Lord. And in this, Poshanam or protection offered by the Lord is discussed elaborately. How Lord protects his devotees. And the start of the sixth canto itself is so amazing. ऐसे हिंदी में कहते हैं ना रोचक कहानी, amazing adventurous pastime, goosebumps giving pastime, and that is Ajamil. And there was one session going on, and all college students were sitting. This question was asked: कि आपका favorite character कौन है भागवतम से? तो एक लड़का बोलता अजामिल. मैंने उसको पूछा गया क्यों? और उसने मजा भी किया और भगवत धाम भी गया. So it looks like Ajamil is a great inspiration for college students. And that episode is so nice. Anyone who reads that entire section, Ajamil Prasanga, naturally that person's faith in the holy name will increase. That how holy name can deliver anyone and everyone, doesn't matter how sinful the person is. And I don't know how many of you know, after Ajamil, he saw Vishnu Dutas, Yamadutas. Yamadutas left, Vishnu Dutas left. You know after that what happened to Ajamil? हाँ? वो भगवत धाम नहीं गए तभी, तो वहां से हरिद्वार गए. And after going to Haridwar, there he did tapasya. And from there he went back home. ऐसा नहीं कि he did full life एकदम मजा मारा, and then at the end of life he saw Vishnu Dut, Yamadut, they left, he also left. Many people don't know this section. So it's a very, very interesting section, Ajamil. And after that, suddenly Shukadeva Goswami, he resumes the pastime or resumes the description of Visarga. Poshanam section is going on. And then again he speaks about Visarga, in this, where he starts discussing about the different living entities created by the daughters of Daksha. You know how many daughters Daksha had? 60. देखिए तभी कैसे लोग संतान उत्पन्न करते थे. All in double digit. Yes. And then we also see a very, very important devotee, but वो devotee जैसा नहीं दिखता था, वो राक्षस जैसे दिखता था. He was a demon externally, but internally he was a devotee. अपना एकदम उल्टा है ना. एक्सटर्नली तो पहने एकदम धोती कुर्ता तिलक सवारी, अंदर हमें ही पता है हम कौन, और बाकी गृहस्थ लोग को, आपको और आपके वाइफ को पता आपको. But Vritrasura is such an amazing personality. Those 4 verses where Vritrasura is offering prayers, what verses those are. It starts with Aham Hare Tava Padai Kamula. From that verse onwards, where he discusses, or where he's glorifying the Lord and he's begging and praying that, oh Lord, please give me association of devotees. I'm hankering to see you. Oh Lord, please help me. In this way, Vritrasura is offering prayer, and Indra usko maar raha tha, he was killing. Indra was killing Vritrasura. Indra sochne laga, Indra is also devotee. He was thinking, अरे ये तो वैष्णव लग रहा है, ये वैष्णव अपराध हो गया मेरे से. And he's completely confused. So such an amazing section that is. So there we see Vritrasura. After that we see Vritrasura's next life, or sorry, previous life. वो demon बना कैसे? He was a devotee. How did he become a demon? So Vritrasura in previous life was a Maharaj called Chitraketu Maharaj. And the entire pastime of Chitraketu is there. I'm so much triggered to speak and elaborate each topic, but I cannot do that. Or else we'll not be able to complete today's session. And then Chitraketu's past is discussed. I mean, Chitraketu's entire lifetime is discussed. And after that, we have a pastime where Diti was the mother of whom? Diti. Aditi ne, Diti. हाँ, हिरण्यकश्यप and हिरण्याक्ष. So Diti was feeling very bad. मेरे दोनों बच्चों को मार दिए. किसके वजह से? इंद्र के वजह से. So I should kill Indra. So Diti, she did a great tapasya called Pumsavana Vrata. And in that Pumsavana Vrata, now while doing the Vrata, she did little mistake, and because of that mistake, Indra entered the womb of Diti. And the embryo was there. Indra cut those embryos into 49 parts. And those 49 parts came out as 49 Marutgand. And with that, Indra also came. So Diti was very much angry on Indra. Now she saw, Indra is also coming out from my womb only, he is also my son. So that's how the entire thing was sorted out. So in this way, we see that 6th canto Srimad Bhagavatam has got all these wonderful pastimes. So many things to learn. How Lord protects and how devotees offer intense prayers to the Lord. We can see that in 6th canto. Okay, 7th and 8th canto, arms of the Lord, yes. And in this, Uti is discussed elaborately. Uti means the material desires, both auspicious and inauspicious material desires. Those are discussed here very elaborately. Specifically in 7th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 15 chapters. It all starts with how Krishna killed Shishupal. And everyone saw Shishupal पूरे जीवन भर गाली दिया भगवान को, and suddenly he attained mukti. How did that happen? So from there the entire 7th canto begins. And there are 2 types of bhakti discussed. First is Shuddha Bhakti and second is Mishrat Bhakti. So in Shuddha Bhakti, 10 chapters is the entire Narsimha Leela. कहने के लिए नरसिम्हा लीला, और नरसिम्हा देव का एक ही चैप्टर है, बाकी सब प्रहलाद का लीला है. They can see the entire 10 chapters are there which talks about Prahlad and Narsimha Dev. And after that Mishrat Bhakti mein, the next few chapters, 5 chapters, they talk about Varnashrama, that how Mishrat Bhakti is done in that. Mixed devotional service. Either it is Karma Mishra, Jnana Mishra, Bhakti. That's the discussion. 8th canto Srimad Bhagavatam has got 24 chapters. And you all remember the theme of Manvantara? One of the topics, 10 topics, Manvantara, that is described here elaborately. The reign of Manus. I don't know if you all remember, in one day of Brahma, how many Manvantaras are there? How many Manvantaras? 14 Manvantaras. How many Divya Yugas? Kala session attend nahi kiya aap log? 1000 Divya Yugas in one day of Brahma. Or you can also say 14 Manus. So now in this canto, the discussion is, in every Manvantara, there are 6 personalities. And Shukadeva Goswami is describing all the 6 personalities from starting from 1st Manvantara to 14th Manvantara. Abhi kaun sa Manvantara chal raha hai? The 7th Manvantara is going on. Some people are looking at it, kya keh rahe hain aap? Kaun hai Manu? Kaun hai? Manus kaun hai? Who is this Manus? Kaun hai ye? So Manvantara, these 14 Manvantaras, it's very important discussion, where 6 kinds of personalities, because they change every Manvantara. And those descriptions are given in each Manvantara. Like Manu himself, his sons, then we have the different Devatas, Indra, the 7 great sages, and the Lord's avatar in that Manvantara called Manvantara Avatar. So these 6 personalities are discussed. Different names are given of different Manvantaras. And in this only comes the famous pastime of Gajendra. Sune hai Gajendra ke bare mein sab log? The elephant was fought by the crocodile. So that pastime comes, Gajendra pastime. So Gajendra pastime happened in 4th Manvantara. Another famous pastime, Samudra Manthan Leela. Have you all heard Samudra Manthan? You are also part of it? Which team? So Samudra Manthan, this is the part of 6th Manvantara. Has everyone heard about the greatest cheater? The Supreme Lord being the greatest cheater. As Vaman Dev, Bali Maharaj, kaise Vaman Bali Maharaj ko chal kiye? That section also comes here. That section is so nice. Small boy comes And Bali Maharaj keh rahe, ask whatever you want. I'm Trilokpati. I'm the controller of all three worlds. And Vaman Dev, अच्छा बच्चा, तू है त्रिलोकपति, तो मैं कौन हूँ फिर? And it's so nice. Bali Maharaj is asking, so what do you want? And Vaman Dev, केवल 3 pug, 3 steps of land I want. And Bali Maharaj, okay, I'll give you 3 steps of land, but those 3 steps are my demonic associates. उनका पैर बड़ा है. So they'll cover acres of land. So I'll give you that. And Vaman Dev very nicely is saying, नहीं देखिए, मेरे जो पैर के साइज है ना उतना ही चाहिए मुझे. 3 steps, that's it. And ऐसा प्रवचन देते हैं वामन देव, वो कहते हैं, देखिए ज्यादा ग्रीडी नहीं बनना चाहिए, ज्यादा लोभ नहीं रखना चाहिए, ठीक नहीं. और पूरा साम्राज्य भी मिल जाए पूरे विश्व का, फिर भी इंसान संतुष्ट नहीं हो सकता. He cannot be satisfied. So Bali Maharaj, I don't want much. I just want small 3 steps of land. And Bali Maharaj, अरे रे, ये देखिए बुद्धू लड़का, इसको समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है कि भौतिक जीवन कैसे जीना चाहिए, इसको समझ नहीं आ रहा है. And then finally he grants, and then Vaman Dev, he increases his size in 2 steps of land. He covers the entire 14 planetary system. And then 3rd step, he's scolding Bali Maharaj. बड़ा बोल रहा था त्रिलोकनाथ, कहां रखूं अभी 3रा पग में, बताओ. Literally it is said that he's shouting, Vaman Dev shouting at Bali Maharaj. He's scolding, where should I keep my 3rd step? सोचिए पूरा situation is so embarrassing. Bali Maharaj is there and all his praja is there. And at that time, Lord is shouting at him. ना insulting लगेगा, yes. But Bali Maharaj, he is the epitome of Atma Nivedan. He just surrendered to Krishna. And that's how this entire pastime takes place. Even Matsya Avatar is discussed in 8th canto. How Lord came as fish incarnation, Matsya Avatar. So in this way, we see a lot of things about Manuvantaras, and also we see how Lord protects his devotees in 8th canto. 9th canto Srimad Bhagavatam has 24 chapters, and it represents what? Kantha, or throat of the Lord. In this, Ishanu Katha is discussed. Different incarnations of the Lord and the different pastimes of devotees of the Lord. This is discussed in 9th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. So in this canto only, we have the dynasty of sun god and dynasty of moon god that is described. Surya Vansh and Chandra Vansh. Very elaborately that is discussed. Surya Vansh, there is a very important personality. Who is that? Ramachandra. So Lord Ramachandra's pastime comes in 9th canto. And in Chandra Vansh, there is another very important personality, Lord Krishna. So that also comes. The entire dynasty describes, and then finally he says, Krishna also appeared. The most humorous part I felt was 9th canto, last chapter, last few verses. Shukdev Goswami, he summarizes entire Krishna Leela in few verses. And Parikshit Maharaj is thinking, अरे मैं इसी के लिए तो wait कर रहा था, आप खत्म कर दिए. You finished Krishna Leela in few verses. Then he stops Shukdev Goswami at the start of 10th canto. And he tells, Gurudev, please understand. I'm waiting for this, please elaborate the pastimes. And then he started asking questions. So you see, when you're speaking to superior, you cannot directly counter the superior. You cannot directly say you're wrong, this is not proper, that is not proper. So the best way to deal with the superior is ask questions. You want to stop the superior, you ask questions. So I'm giving you all the trick how to deal with superiors. Ask questions. So Shukdev Goswami is asked various questions about Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj is asking, look at the questions. Why did Krishna take birth in Devaki's womb? Why was Krishna transferred from Mathura to Vrindavan? What did he do in Vrindavan? I heard he came back from Vrindavan to Mathura. What did he do in Mathura? I heard he went to Dwarka from there. How did he got married to 16,108 queens? From there where he went. Hey, bacha kya Krishna Leela mein? Everything is covered. And this is the 10th canto with 90 chapters. This is the biggest canto with 90 chapters. And 10th canto is compared to the face, the lotus face of the Lord. And this canto describes Ashraya, the last topic of the 10 topics that we discussed. Ashraya, shelter, supreme shelter. Because Krishna's all pastimes are discussed. Vrindavan, Mathura, Dwarka, Hastinapur, all the places. That's 10th canto. And finally, 11th canto, it represents forehead of the Lord, and it has got 31 chapters. And in this canto, the topic of mukti or liberation. And in this canto specifically, we have a painful section where Krishna is winding up his pastimes and going back to Golok. And all the Yadus, they killed each other and they also went back to Golok. That section comes in this. And all of us, we understand there is Bhagavad Gita, we have 700 shlokas. Elaborate version of Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Krishna to Arjuna. The elaborate version of that comes in 11th canto, where Krishna is speaking to Uddhava. So that's Uddhav Geet, very, very important. And there's another philosophical section where King Nimi is asking questions to Nava Yogendras, and they are answering various philosophical questions. So in this way, we see amazing sections are there in 11th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, a lot of philosophical sections, and many, many wonderful things are covered about the supreme spiritual path, that is Bhakti Yoga, other spiritual paths, and other deeper aspects of universe also. And finally, the 12th canto. 12th canto represents the head of the Lord. And there are 13 chapters in this. I think this is the smallest canto, 13 chapters. In this, Nirodha or destruction is discussed elaborately. There are 4 types of annihilation or 4 types of destruction. If you all want to understand what are those, Nitya Pralaya. Nitya Pralaya means constant deterioration of material objects. जैसे हमारे body के साथ हो रहा है ना, Nitya Pralaya. Yes. Every time you see in the mirror, you look different, isn't it? With every birthday. पता नहीं आप लोग मेकअप करके देखते रहेंगे तो it will look same only. But every photo that we see, right from childhood till now, you see this, so much of deterioration, that is there. And the energy in the body also deteriorates with time. That's the Nitya Pralaya that we see. Second is Naimitika Pralaya. Naimitika Pralaya or partial annihilation. Partial annihilation takes place at the end of the day of Brahma. So at the end of the day of Brahma, the entire universe till Swargaloka, even Swargaloka is there. So all these planetary systems are immersed in water, destroyed. The next one is Prakritika Pralaya, and that is complete annihilation. Prakritika Pralaya. In that, the entire universe is filled with water, even Satyalok also. And finally, Atyantika Pralaya. Atyantika Pralaya means final destruction of living entity's ego. Means what? See, at the time of death, what do we give up? Gross body. So in Atyantika Pralaya, the person gives up his subtle body also, and that is called as Mukti, liberation. That's called liberation. Yes. And in this 12th canto only, we have got the symptoms of Kali Yuga given. How beautiful this age is, how glorious this age is, all that is discussed in 12th canto, where Kali Yuga symptoms are given. That how, with time, everything in this world is going to degrade like anything. Yes, all that is described. So these are the 12 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam. I will bowl. पता है आप लोग क्यों टाली बजा रहे हैं? अच्छा अप्रोच खत्म कर दिए. But I have not done justice to the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam. Quickly, in next 10 minutes, I'll try to summarize the first verse. You all remember? Anyone remembers the verse without seeing? Can you chant? Okay, let it get displayed. At least first line everyone remembers? नहीं उसके पहले. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So see in this, very nice. Who is Vasudeva? Krishna, son of Vasudeva. Yes, the son of Devaki and Vasudeva is Vasudeva. And he is that supreme personality of Godhead. Therefore, the first thing that the author of Srimad Bhagavatam, who is author of Srimad Bhagavatam? Ved Vyasudeva. He is writing this Mangalacharan or invocation prayer where he is doing this first thing. is offering obeisances to the Lord. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Now in the first verse, there are 7 qualities of Lord Krishna that is discussed. Very beautiful verse. And elaborately, we can discuss this for many weeks also. All these 7, one after another. Just to summarize, what are these 7 qualities of Krishna? The first line is, second line after Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadyasya yatonvayaditaratascharthe svabhignaswarat. This is the first line. The first part of that is Janmadyasya yatah. That's the first quality of Krishna. Janmadyasya yatah. It means Janma Adi. Janma means birth or creation. And when you say Adi, it also includes maintenance and destruction. See, Lord creates this entire creation, and along with that, He is the one who maintains, and He is the one who destroys also. Janmadi, yasya. Janma, maintenance and destruction. Creation, maintenance and destruction. Therefore, He is called as cause of all causes. The famous shloka. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the cause of all causes. That's the first quality. Janmadyasya Taha. He is the cause of all causes of creation, maintenance, destruction. See, these 7 I'll ask at the end. Because 12 cantos asking, I thought, is not a good thing. But this we'll discuss at the end. First one is this. Second one is Anvayad itaratas charthe svabhigna. Means directly or indirectly, Lord is conscious of everything in this entire creation. See, when it comes to our body, we might be conscious of our body. Whatever happens in our body, we might get to know. But we might not get to know exactly what has happened. But we know, पेट में कुछ गड़बड़ है, छाती में कुछ गड़बड़ लग रहा है. There's some problem that is there. We might get to know. But not completely also. What it is, we have to go to doctor only. It is so funny, no? You go to a doctor and you ask, बताइए मुझे क्या हुआ है? अरे तेरा शरीर है, तुझे पता नहीं? But that's how it is, because we are not fully cognizant of this body also. But our Lord Krishna is cognizant of everything in this world, directly or indirectly. And it's very nice to note that He is that personality, because the entire creation is like His body, and anything happens in this body, He knows it very well, what is happening. He is the controller of all the energies, and through His energies He is doing various activities. That is directly. Indirectly means Lord is present everywhere in the form of His energies, and through His energies He gets to know various different things. They were directly and indirectly. So second quality is directly and indirectly Lord is cognizant of everything in this world and in the entire creation. Third, Swarat. He is fully independent. See, we are so much dependent on people around. So much dependent. Like say I want to get some grains and I have to depend on farmers. I have to depend on rains, I have to depend on that, depend on this. But when it comes to Lord, He is not dependent on anyone. Can you imagine? Lakshmi Devi is sitting at His feet, massaging His feet. He was not dependent on her also to beget Brahma. He himself, the navel, from the navel comes the beautiful lotus flower, and then the lotus flower, we have Brahma. So Lord is fully independent. And we are fully dependent on the Lord. बस ये पता नहीं होता है. सिर्फ गीता क्लास में, भागवतम क्लास में पता चलता है that we are fully dependent on the Lord. And once we exit, we forget that. But the entire process of bhakti is to understand that how we are actually dependent on the Lord, and using or to understand that dependence, rendering devotional service. That is bhakti. Fourth, Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye. Who is Adi Kavi? Lord Brahma. So Lord Brahma was the first living entity in the entire creation. कोई नहीं है पूरे दुनिया में, केवल Brahma. And at that time, Lord gives knowledge to Brahma. There was no need for Lord to send him to school. Directly in the heart, the knowledge was established by the Lord, And Brahma got to know everything, how to do the entire creation. That's Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye. Muhyanti Yat Surayah. When even the great sages and rishis, they try to understand the Lord, they also get bewildered. This Lord is so infinite, Lord is so great, it's so difficult to understand the Lord. There's one very nice pastime of Brahma where he was completely bewildered understanding the Lord. Which pastime? Brahma Vimohan Lila. It was so nice. Brahma wanted to test Krishna, but Krishna nicely tested him. Yes. Therefore, it is described you cannot test the Lord. You cannot. So we see this. Muhyanti Yat Surayah. You see the next line. Tejo Vari Mridam Yatha Vinimayo. How are they bewildered? If say suppose someone asks, how are they bewildered? Like we get bewildered on a desert where on the land person starts seeing water. Actually it is not there. But he sees as if there is some water. That's how all these great suras or devatas, they get bewildered. And finally the sixth one. Vinimayo yatra trisargom rasha. Look at the Lord's creation. See, all of us sitting here, we know that this entire material world is temporary. Everyone knows? नहीं कुछ नहीं बोलने वाला हूँ, टेंशन मत लो. Everything हाँ बोलूँगा तो भी प्रॉब्लम, नहीं बोलूँगा तो भी प्रॉब्लम. उससे अच्छा शांत रहो. Everyone knows this world is temporary. Everyone. But still, look at the seriousness of people when they are there in this material world. So serious as if everything is real in this world. That's how people behave. And people feel as if I will be holding everything with me. And I'll carry this. Wherever I go, I'll carry this. Only at the time of death we understand, अरे कुछ भी नहीं ले जा सकते. Full life dialogue तो मारते हैं. खाली हाथ आए थे, खाली हाथ जाएंगे. All those remains dialogues. But the way people live their life, so much attached to material things, so serious about material things, that shows that how all of them, those things which are temporary, illusory, they consider it to be real. That's one of the qualities of the Lord, that how his Maya makes everything appear real. So these are the first six, which somewhat points towards the material creation. First one was, so the Lord is the cause of creation, maintenance, destruction. Second, he is directly or indirectly cognizant of the entire creation. Third, he is fully independent. Swara. Fourth, he gave the knowledge to Brahma. Fifth, he bewilders all the Devi Devtas. Brahma Vimohan Lila is a very amazing example. Sixth, by the Maya of the Lord, living entities of this world consider even those illusory things also to be factual or real. So it's somewhat connected to this material creation. But seventh one is Dhamna Svena Sada Nirasta Kuhakam. That is, Lord is eternally existing in the spiritual world, and that spiritual world does not have creation, maintenance, and destruction. It's eternal. Anyone who attains that world, there's no question of coming back. And that world is full of bliss, Sat, Chit, Ananda. So these are the different descriptions of the spiritual world. And finally, Vyasadeva, he writes the last line. What's the last line? Satyam, Param, Dhimahi. I meditate on that personality who is the absolute truth and who is supreme. So in this way, the 12 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam, it begins with this first verse, which is so deep, which establishes Krishna's position. Because Bhagavad Gita ends with Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Surrender unto me. And Bhagavatam starts with how or why we should surrender to him, because he is that Supreme Lord. And that's how the entire Bhagavatam is discussed. And finally, the last verse of Srimad Bhagavatam is, anyone remembers the last verse? Bhagavatam. Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam. So there it speaks about Hare Krishna Mahamantra or Kirtan, and that's how from there begins Chaitanya Charitamrita, where Sankirtan movement is discussed elaborately in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So in this way, we, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnavas, are so fortunate. We have these wonderful scriptures. Entire life is short, if we start discussing these scriptures in detail. And these sessions that we are having, this will help us to go deeper and deeper and enhance our Krishna consciousness and become more and more intense in devotional service. And all glories to Prabhupada, because by his mercy only we have got this platform to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. I'm just half an hour delayed, that's it. You don't mind. So we have some announcement. Okay, I'll not take questions. So today is the marathon closure.
Yes.
Hare.
Before that, we want to
Okay.
we can.
Hare Krishna. So my humble obeisance to all of you for listening to me. So this year's lecture was told to give some information regarding building a platform which helps us to raise the funds for our new upcoming project. So I just want to share a few words regarding it. So what is validity and how it works? So generally corporate companies associate with this platform called validity to provide monetary funds for various charitable organizations. So now